Well, good morning, guys. Welcome. August 6th, 2025. And man, things are just progressing beautifully in the campaign. I'm getting questions all the time about how things are going. Well, they are going great. We just, again, engaging with people every single day. And the response to the message is, how can we help? So people are ready to fight for their own freedom, which is really what this whole thing is about, this campaign. And as I remind people, this is not just my campaign, this is our campaign. It's a campaign of the people. So if you want to get on board, just message me, reach out. My team is going to surround you. We're going to get you plugged in. There's so many opportunities for door knocking, for helping to organize events, and on social media, uh, some different strategies that we're using. We don't want to divulge everything online, so there are opportunities to help. If you want to get involved, let me know. Jake, well, let's use this one. Info at jakemerrickforgovernor.com. Info at jakemerrickforgovernor.com. Good morning, Mr. Mark. Looking forward to jumping on the podcast with you later. Pastor Mark has a podcast he's invited me on, which, hey, if you or somebody you know has a podcast or a platform they would like to interview me, I'd love to. So just have them reach out. I am fully available and ready to go. We have a full schedule, but we love to work it in however we can. So again, info at jakemerrickforgovernor.com, and the calendar's filling up. So try to get it in there as soon as possible. We got an upcoming debate in, let's see, Broken Arrow, no, in Bixby, I believe, coming up October 9th. I'll get you some more details as we get closer to that, but it'll be the first discussion. I'm not sure the format yet, if it's going to be a debate or just a forum where we're asked questions and answer, but it'll be the first time all of the gubernatorial candidates will be on the panel in this debate. So I'm looking forward to that, October 9th, chance to sit with the other candidates and discuss ideas and talk about what is important to us. One of the things that's important to me that I don't hear a lot of other talk about is data security. So it's something that I'm doing more and more study on. Of course, I'm not I guess I am a tech guy more than I want to be. I think maybe all of us are forced into it more than we want to be, just because of the nature of the day, which is the reason why I am prioritizing data security and personalized information that is protected. I believe that's so important. We're in a technological age. No escaping that. It's where we're at, and it's only going to get more entrenched. We are going to be more and more reliant on technology. You know, there are real concerns about AI, and there's real concerns about the data centers that are popping up all over the place, all over Oklahoma. And just spoke yesterday to a young lady out in the Tulsa area, Miss Kennedy Garza, who's she's 21 years old, and she is director of youth outreach for the GOP here in Oklahoma, doing great work, across generational lines. But I'm excited about what she's doing to encourage and motivate people in her own generation. But she's very engaged in. She has been very engaged in this fight for data centers, because there was one, Operation Clydesdale, that was going in just, I think, a mile or a few miles down the road from where she lives. So she's very concerned about that, got involved, and brought some good insight to it. I'll release that later today, her fight, engagement with that fight for the data centers, against the data centers. And this is one of the things that I believe it's unavoidable, this effort to expand these data centers, sometimes I say data, sometimes I say data. What do you say? Tomato, tomato. Um, they are only going to increase, and we've got to, I think, set in the right regulations. Um, the amount of water and energy it consumes is astounding. Yet there remains the question, are they needed? Um, what exactly will they provide? I mean, why are they necessary? These are some of the fundamental questions. And if you guys have insight into that, I'd love to hear from you. But obviously, you and I have pictures in our phone, thousands of pictures now, probably, that are somewhere in the cloud. Now, if you ask Kamala Harris, it's up above us somewhere. The cloud is because that's where clouds are, right? They're above us. So, um, this mysterious cloud is actually servers where information is stored. And as we rely more and more on technology, more and more information, our personalized information is stored in these data centers. And we have to, I believe, be very careful that we protect the personalized data of individuals. And there's many ways, many areas where this needs to be addressed. Two that I bring up quite a bit are the surveillance cameras, the flock cameras that are, well, they're all over the place already, and there's a major push to expand them even more. And the argument on the law enforcement side is, well, it's necessary to catch criminals. And I have to say it has been a useful tool, but does that justify violating individuals' privacy and their rights protected by the Fourth and the Fifth Amendment? So, there's big concerns there for me and for a lot of people around the state about what information is collected, where does it go, where is it stored, who has access to it. So the flock cameras, the license plate surveillance cameras, are a big deal. And then there was a major push last year, and we're going to see it probably again next year. This Senate Bill 224, which was to collect individualized data. It was later changed to aggregate data on children, kindergarten through the workforce. That was a big concern. And we were able to stop that bill. But again, I think that it will be revisited next year, next legislative session, and we need to be ready for it. I will not allow the collection of personalized data, especially on our children. So this is a priority for me in an area of great concern for a lot of people. When we talk about consumer consent, opt-in requirements, we've seen the Oklahoma Computer Data Privacy Act. It's passed the House multiple times, most recently in 2023, and it emphasizes opt-in consent. And that would ensure consumers are informed about what data is collected and how it will be used. And so I believe that's an important provision we need in our law. I mean, we need to define consent clearly. Again, House Bill 1030, this was the Oklahoma Computer Data Privacy Act. And in defining consent, it says to mean an act that clearly and conspicuously communicates the individual's authorization without manipulative user interface designs. So it needs to be very clear in the digital realm that you are giving your consent for the collection of your personalized data. And this can be dealt with here in Oklahoma. So this is an area of big concern as we are in a technological age, more and more reliant on technology, and data is gold. It is gold to Amazon, Google. That's why they're constantly tracking us, trying to determine our interests, our needs, our desires, and marketing towards those. So that is their effort, and they're in the business to make money, and that's how you make money. But in the process, our individualized, personalized data needs to be protected. So this is something that I just want to bring to your attention this morning, that this is a priority to me. And I'd love to just open up this conversation more. And I know there are so many people out there that are better versed in this area and just technology in general. So one of my main goals is connecting. That's always a main goal of mine, is connecting to people who are better equipped, more skilled, more informed in different areas than I am. That is really, I believe, the heart of a true leader, is one who understands you don't have all the answers and you can't solve all the problems. So it's important, it's vital. You connect with the people, the advisors that can help you make the right decisions. And so in this area of technology and data, it's vital for me that I connect with the right people who understand this realm thoroughly and can help us make the right decisions. Not only understand it, but then also understand freedom and what is required in a free society when it comes to this relationship with technology. Man, I believe it may be one of the more important issues of the day. How we legislate, how we create laws that ensure our personal data is protected, and then our freedom is ultimately protected. So again, hey, let me know your thoughts on this. And just a reminder, going across the state. I was just in a big conversation last night with some people that are, they're wanting to get me out there across the state more. And hey, I'm all about it. So we went to Veneta just the other day. We're willing to drive across the state of Oklahoma and actually enjoy doing it. So wherever you're at, if you have a group, a small group, a church group, a GOP, OK2A, Rotary Club, whatever it may be, I'm happy to come and meet you guys and talk with you about issues that are important to you. So reach out, info@jakemerrickforgovernor.com. And of course, you can go to jakemerrickforgovernor.com. And let's see, I don't think I posted all of the links, but if you go there, there's also a link to donate. And of course, those donations are going to be more and more critical as we get deeper into this campaign. So be sure, if you believe in this campaign, donate, and that will help us get down the road and get everything done that we need to get done. We just made 500 signs. No, 100 signs. Cost $450. So that's just one example of where this money goes, and where in a campaign you have these necessary expenses. So yeah, be sure to donate, jump on board, volunteer where you can. And then if you know someone that has a platform like Pastor Mark, a podcast or something similar, I'd love to come on that and discuss these issues. I love that. So looking forward to the conversation later today, Pastor Mark. I am going to hop off today. I started a little bit late, so this is kind of short this morning. That was the main thing I wanted to do, is bring to your attention something I'm digging in, something that's important to me, and that is data security, protecting our personalized, individualized data, because more and more that will be, and it already is, the thing that will keep us free, or the thing that will enslave us. You know, even with regard to our currency, you know, we are fighting, and we must continue to fight this digital cryptocurrency, and you know, the connection with the social credit scores like we're seeing in China. So this is why we must be eternally vigilant here in this area, especially not allowing us to paint ourselves in a corner, or not allowing our politicians to paint to enslave us through this digital currency, through social credit scores, through the collection of data. All of this is a major concern. Mark, appreciate that. Saying that his show that I'm going to be on later this morning is called Shields and Arrows, Defending the Faith, the Family, and the Fellowship. I love it. I love it. We have to prioritize the core nuclear family, and I'd love to talk about that specifically, Mark, later this morning. But the topic of this morning is data security, and it's important to me, should be important to you. I'm eager to learn more. I know this is an area that, you know, as AI expands, as data centers expand, cryptocurrency, all of these things start expanding, it can get very complex. And I am trying to do my best to stay on top of this and understand what is needed here in the state to protect our individualized data and privacy, because that's directly connected to our freedom. So very important. And again, I'll drop that and leave it there and wait for some replies. I'd love to open up conversation with you guys in this area. What are you seeing? What is your research in this area? I'd love to talk with you. info@jakemerrickforgovernor.com. Send it to me. And I got to jump off here. Got to wrap up a few things before I jump on the show later with Pastor Mark. But God bless you guys. Be sure to donate to the campaign. Jump on board however you can. All right. Short and sweet this morning, but you guys have an amazing day. God bless you.